woman named Isabella noticed something horrifying, a roadside pond that suddenly started bubbling as if it were boiling on a stove. Before she could comprehend it, a deep crack snaked across the asphalt. Fisher cried toward a traffic cop. In just a matter of seconds, a massive sinkhole opened up beneath him, engulfing him entirely. But the sinkhole didn't stop there. It rapidly expanded, consuming everything in its path. Panic erupted on the streets as people rushed to escape. Isabella, filled with panic, shoved her car into reverse, but the traffic was completely stuck. Realizing they couldn't escape by car, she grabbed her 2 children and ran away on foot. As they were running, Isabella's young son was accidentally knocked down by a panicked crowd. He fell hard and cried out, and Isabella, torn between her children, told her daughter to keep running while she turned back for her son. But before she could get to him, the ever-expanding sinkhole consumed him. Frozen in shock and grief, Isabella barely noticed as the earth beneath her started to give way. As the widening pit approached her, she was just about to tumble in when a hand seized her. It was her daughter, who had rushed back to save her, but she lacked the strength to pull her mother up. As the ground continued to give way, Ella understood that the longer she clung on, the greater the risk her daughter faced. With tears in her eyes, Isabella uttered a heart-wrenching farewell, letting go of her daughter's hand. As Isabella plunged into the abyss, she descended through the darkness. However, instead of meeting a solid surface, she was enveloped by an ethereal green light, and found herself in an unfamiliar wild world. The sky above was illuminated by a strange green glow, now hovering high above her. Confused yet determined, Isabella had only one goal: to find her son. She attempted to call him, but soon realized there was no signal in this strange location. Undeterred, she started her search, her attention caught by a plume of smoke emerging from the woods, and she rushed towards it, filled with relief and joy. She came across a clearing filled with dozens of people, was also consumed by sinkholes that had formed. Included in that group was her son. Over commotion, Anna hugged him tightly, thankful that they had both made it through. However, their moment of relief was fleeting. From the depths of the forest emerged a gigantic wolf, towering 3 times the size of any typical predator. Its glowing eyes were fixed on Isabella and her son as it charged forward. Isabella grabbed her son's hand and ran as fast as she could, with everything around them in a blur. More wolves emerged, relentlessly commit terror to Todd's survivors in the clearing. Screams echoed through the unfamiliar new world as people scattered, desperate to flee from the monstrous predators. But the nightmare was just beginning. For Isabella, this perilous new world was just the beginning of her struggle for survival.